Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. Today I have done an in-depth quick tutorial on how I apply my false lashes. I hope you learned a thing or two in this video, and if you did and you tried out, please let me know down below what worked for you or what didn't work for you. But if you liked today's video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And if you'd like to see how to apply some falsies, then keep on watching. So I actually filmed this and I used a pair of lashes that I didn't really like, so I'm refilming this. The lashes I'm going to be using today are the Kiss 01 lashes. They're really natural. I had on a pair that was like a lot more thick. These ones here, they're the Lily lashes in the style Miami. So I did apply mascara. I have that on right now. I would recommend putting on mascara before you put on your lashes. Some people do, some people don't, but I just find that it helps the lashes have something to stick to once you put them down. So first things first, with your lashes, when they come out of the package, you want to actually place it on your eye before you put down glue or anything, just to test it out and make sure that it is the right shape for you. I like to have my mirror down here, so I'm looking down the whole time that I'm testing this out and applying it. It's just way easier and it will save yourself from being stressed out. So take your lash, put it on your lash line. You'll be able to kind of see where you need to cut it. I have already cut these because I've worn them before. What you're looking for when you place it down is to make sure that the end matches the corner of your eye and that the inner corner isn't too close to your eye, because when you blink it can irritate your eye and cause it to water. You just want to make sure that it fits comfortably. Another thing I like to do is just take the lash and just kind of run it back and forth like this, so it just rounds the band out, because sometimes they can be flat lying there. And when you just do this and make it a little bit more flexible, it will just go to the natural shape that your eye typically is. So I like doing that also before. Another thing you can do is cut your eyelashes. Why isn't it focusing? From corner to corner, they're about the same length, so it wouldn't really matter what side you cut them on. Some lashes I prefer to cut from the inner corner, some the outer corner. And then if you try it on and it is a little bit too long, but just like the slightest amount, you always want to start smaller than doing a big cut and then it's way too small for your eye and then you don't have an eyelash to use. Always start with small cuts if you need to. People with smaller eyes most of the time will need to cut that. So the glue I like to use is the Duo Lash Glue. This is the brush on adhesive. I prefer the brush on just because I feel like it's less messy and it's more precise application. You can apply the brush on, you can apply the one that comes in the tube, and then how you want to apply the glue. So you're going to want to apply it straight on to the lash where you're going to be putting it on your eye. So you don't want to apply it too much at the top. You don't want to apply it like down here, straight on where the lash band is. If you do too much, it will just be too sticky. It won't dry properly. So you just want to have a nice even amount on your lash, and then you want to let it dry for about 15 to 20 seconds. Usually it's like 30 to 45, but I like to apply it when it's still kind of drying so I can move it around and shape my eye properly. So when you apply it, you always want to start with the center of the eye and then move to the inner corner or outer corner. The way I do it is I go center of the eye, outer corner down, and then the inner corner down. I also like to use my fingers when I'm applying it, just because if you're a beginner as well, applying it with your finger will just save you from accidentally poking yourself in the eye. So what I want to do is place down as close to the lash line as I can. I'm not really placing it down on top. As I'm putting it down, I'm pressing it in to the lash line, and then I will take the outer corner, press that into the lash line. When you're pressing it into the lash line, it's just really helping mold the eyelash to your lash line. And then with the inner corner, I usually will take tweezers just because my fingers can't really get as precise as the tweezers can. So then you just want to lightly press that onto the lash line, and then what you can do is kind of like close your eye and just kind of press down with the tweezers just to see if it really is on your lash line. And then you're going to leave it for a second before you start pinching it and molding it into your lash line. You want to leave it, let it completely dry, and then you can go in. But the main thing you want to focus on when you're first placing it down is that just all the corners are touching either your natural lashes or your skin as close to your natural lashes as you can get. Okay, then moving on to the next eye, I am going to apply my glue. And you really want to make sure that you're looking down for this. It's just going to give you an easier application. It's going to make sure that it is as close to the lash line as possible and give you a more natural look rather than putting it straight on, because then that leaves a gap between your natural lash line. I'm going to do this side with tweezers just so you can see the difference. So I take the tweezers and I hold them in the center and I place the lash directly on the center of my eye, basically on my lashes, pressing it in. Then I am going to take this corner and press it down, and then I'm going to take the inner corner and press it down as well. And for each area I will hold it there for about 5 seconds. So the middle of the eye, held it for about 5 seconds, outer corner, hold it there for about 5 seconds, inner corner for about 5 seconds, and that will just really help the lashes dry in place. And then I just will lightly press onto my lash line just to make sure that the lash is all down. And then of course when it's dried, then we can pinch the two lashes together. But when you're placing it down, you just want to make sure that all corners are down. And if you do find the inside corner is starting to irritate you, take it off, trim it a little bit, and then reapply it. That's the best way to know how the lashes are going to fit you, is just trying it out, seeing how it feels, and then going from there rather than just cutting it. Okay, so I zoomed it out a little bit so you can see more of my face, but now I'm going to show you how I press them into my natural lash line to make sure they look seamless and like they're my natural lashes. So I actually like to use a curler. If you don't want to use a curler, you can just take your fingers and pinch carefully your natural lash line. That is just really going to make sure that they are blended together. And it's really important to make sure that your lashes are fully dried before you do this. Otherwise, your fingers can get stuck to your lash and then it can lift it off. And next, what I like to do is take my eyelash curler and I'll just carefully wiggle that in between. I'm not curling it like I normally would. I'm just kind of like tapping it once or twice. Doing this is just the easiest way to combine your natural lashes with your falsies. Sometimes the corners will look like they're popping off, but then when I'm looking straight ahead, they look fine, which that's all that matters to me. If I'm looking straight ahead and they look like they're on my eyes, that's fine. If the corners do come up, what you can do is just take your glue and apply it to the corner carefully, not getting it in your eye, just kind of applying it maybe towards the band and then pressing it down rather than taking off your whole lash and starting over. I usually will carry my lash glue with me if I'm going out for the night. My lash glue and my tweezers, I will always bring them with me just in case the lash needs to be reapplied. The main things you want to make sure you are doing is making sure the lashes fit your eyes, because every eye shape is different and the lashes are usually a generic size. You want to make sure that they fit you, that the corners fit right. Remember to try them on before you put the glue down, just to make sure that they're not too long or too irritating on your eye. Tweezers can be good for beginners, but also using your fingers work just as well. On clients, I'll just use my fingers just because I don't want to bring tweezers close to someone else's eye, but on my eyes, I usually will use tweezers just because I find it easier to be more precise. And practice makes perfect. If you don't get it the first time, take a breath and try it again, because you will get it. Don't give up, keep trying a few more times. And then also throughout the day, I'll just kind of like push upwards on my natural lashes. Like if you were to curl your eyelashes, the way that they go upward, that's just what I'll do to make sure they're not falling flat, because they can do that sometimes. So just pressing them upwards. If you liked today's video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on my post notifications so you get notified every time I upload a new video. If you'd like to see more of these how-to tutorial videos, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned a thing or two in this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.